I absolutely love what is happening there at Rivian, and I get excited about it. And there was a new interview that just dropped yesterday with RJ, and I'm like, yes. And again, he's saying all the right things. I'm like so pumped. But with Rivian, it's going to take time before this company's performance finally shows that they are a legit company that deserves some respect and they get to profitability. That time frame could take as much as 2 years. So there might be lots of buying opportunities over the course of the next 2 years. Or who knows, tomorrow the market might decide to recognize Rivian as a major player and the stock doubles and triples and never comes back. You never know when these things might happen. So but
yeah, you can get a sense of where the puck is going, but you don't know when someone's going to hit the buck.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of the puck and where it's going, there is like a few things that are working in Rivian's favor. One is that the puck in the car industry is going the EV route. We're already seeing that transition, but it's only at 10% of the market. And someday it'll be 100% or at least 95% of the market. Now, there's debate as to when, whether it takes 10 years or 100 years to get to 95%, but it's getting there no matter what, because we have to get off of fossil fuels. There's no question about that, right? So because we will run out at some point in time, like whether that's 30 years from now that we run out or 100 years from now, that might be debatable, but the fact that we are going to run out is not debatable. So there's this sort of transition to EVs that is definitively happening. And then the other thing that they have going for them is this sort of like full stack, which is that car companies that are OEMs of like 50 different manufacturers as products and putting them all together, where like the brake is done by one company and the electronics and software for the brakes are done by that company, and then the navigation system is done by another company, and like the automatic windows are done by another company, and all the softwares cannot talk to each other. That's the sort of old way of doing the vehicle business. And the new way is that like basically everything is done by the same company, or at least a single OEM that puts it all together. And Rivian is one of those companies, and Tesla is the other one in terms of the US based ones. And Chinese companies are doing that as well, but everybody else has got this sort of like massive problem of how do you consolidate the components and software of cars. So that transition is also going to happen, and Rivian is in a great position to both take advantage of it, but also to license their technology to others, as they have with VW, for example. So a lot of goodness there. But
do you ever think we will see gas cars that have self-driving?
That's a possibility. I'm sure that we will, just because someone is eventually going to put that on there. 90% of cars are still gas cars, so like by the time I suspect self-driving capabilities are going to be far more common in the next, like, let's say 5 years, and then 5 years from now, if no gas car has done it yet, somebody will, right? It'll be like, okay, we're still making gas cars, and self-driving is an expectation now of every buyer. So we got to put self-driving capabilities on gas vehicles as well. And I think it's not that they can't do it, by the way. Like they already have a lot of the electronics and components and software to be able to do it. It's just that the EV companies, they started from scratch and they had to build all of the components themselves and all of the software for all the components themselves. So it's easier for them to do it than it is for the gas car companies to do it.